Time for the hot topic of the hour. Vice President Kamala Harris calling for another debate with Donald Trump. The former president responding with this.
I believe we owe it to the voters to have another debate because this election and what is at stake could not be more important.
The first words out of that fighter's mouth is, I want a rematch. Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris. She immediately called for a second debate, which means that she was like a prize fighter that lost a fight.
Trump posting on Truth Social, quote, there will be no third debate. He claims he covered everything with his first debate with Joe Biden in June, and that Harris, quote, missed a planned debate with Fox News last week. Trump also responding to criticism he was too angry on Tuesday night. Watch how he defended that.
People said that I was angry at the debate. Angry. I was angry. And yes, I am angry because he allowed 21 million illegal aliens invading our communities. Many of them are criminals.
Harris's campaign, meanwhile, reportedly ready to open the door on doing more interviews with local press after facing criticism for not doing enough media interviews, including one top Democratic strategist. So, Tricia, the debate certainly is, now that it's in the rearview mirror, the strategies seem to be changing. We were hoping for another debate. We're not going to get one, it looks like, according to former President Trump. Your reaction?
Well, it's interesting that just Tuesday at 9 p.m., she was not interested in having another debate. So what changed? Did she feel like she did so well, or did she realize that she might have left some points on the table? As far as those first 30 seconds, I think, were the most critical part of that entire debate. She did not say, when she was asked, is the economy better off than it was 4 years ago? She just totally pivoted, offered platitudes, talked about how she's from a middle-class family, but didn't actually offer any substance, and that's what the American people are looking for. If you look at the Reuters poll that was released yesterday, 60% of undecided voters said that they were now leaning towards President Trump or will be voting for President Trump. So the chattering class might say, you know, Kamala Harris won, but really what matters is what those undecided voters believe.
Yeah, right. And there has already been, I think it's going to take a few days for us to really see how the numbers are going to play out with the polling. We need more data. But at this point, the media strategy is interesting because, look, Chuck Rocha, he is a veteran Democratic strategist, and he specializes in Latino outreach. And here's what he said. He said, for messaging purposes, they've got to focus on local media. But he said she's got to do as many interviews as possible in battleground states. Anything else is a waste of time for her now. She's got to hit battleground states. That's all that matters because it is razor thin, as we're seeing.
Well, you know, Cheryl, it was really disappointing, to Tricia's point, when they basically asked her, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? She didn't answer the question. There was no discussion. I was so disappointed as someone who cares about the economics and the global macros and the debt in this country and the interest being now more expensive than our, you know, our defense spending on an annual basis. All of those things were not addressed at all. So, yeah, we need another debate to understand how the litany of freebies that she listed, my heart was sinking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just felt taxes and just, you know, weighing down on me as she was listing all these things. And nothing was discussed about that. And so that is a problem. And, you know, the spin immediately was that she won. Yet it was, did she handle herself better than a lot of people expected? Yes, because when she is free, thinking, and just speaking, it is a lot more difficult to get to her actual positions. And so, yeah, she had really tight answers. And so that was impressive compared to what we've seen, which is why she needs to do more media in battlegrounds.
There was low expectations for her, but there wasn't any word salad, to your point. And, you know, look, I mean, we talked about this earlier. I mean, the strategy was, and this came from Hillary Clinton, believe it or not, to try and bait him, and he took it. So we'll see. But now, again, this goes back to the numbers and the swing states, and this goes back to November. One debate does not decide an election, to be clear. And so both candidates are now, of course, hitting more battleground states today. Trump's going to be in Nevada. Harris is going to be heading to Michigan. The new Fox News power rankings are showing a shift in support away from Trump in Georgia and North Carolina, making both key states now toss-ups. 78 electoral votes shown to also be toss-ups. Arizona, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Wisconsin. Basically, Tricia, this makes this race virtually anybody's game with just 50 days left, over 50 days left until Election Day. Michigan is still leading blue, probably not a surprise.